One Direction Slave by Larry is What We Aim For. Chapter 22. Zane's POV. I need to stay calm. I know that Harry's telling him he can't go let go of me, and I won't lunge at Liam again. I can see now he's generally confused. Lately I've been working up alone. Liam runs downstairs, probably to the front door. Maybe tonight I'll call you after my blood turns into alcohol. He shouted upstairs, if you don't love me, how can I go on? I just want to hold you. And I'll run down after him, and I'll watch them quietly and eavesdrop. Liam, don't leave. You can't just go. I'd be reckless like this late at night. And Harry yells, there's nothing you can do to stop me. Liam says, please Liam, don't leave. What do you care? Just go cry to your boyfriend. Kiss me, Liam. What? What bloke? I said kiss me, lad. All I want is the taste that your lips allow. I watch as Liam turns around and kisses him passionately, not angry, just upset. If Niall wants to be with Liam, then he does that, and that's that. Giving me love. Niall walks up behind me, startling me. You saw that, didn't you? Niall asks. Yeah, I did, lad. I don't know why I did that. You love him, but I love you more. 'Cause lately I've been craving more. I caressed his cheek with my hand. Of course he loves Liam. What's not to love? Liam's calm, handsome, and he has a great voice. What am I? A mess. I was in a coma for 6 months. I left him all alone. Liam saved him from being raped. He was there when I wasn't. However, now is still mine. I leaned slowly and kissed the bloke, running my hands through his adorable blonde hair. Now stops kissing me and breathes deeply. I'm sorry, Zane. I love you so much. I know, Niall. Come here, lad. I grab him and hold him tight in my arms. I'm sorry that I haven't been there to hold you twiddly times. I promise I'll make it up for you in kisses. Right in my corner. I grab him and kiss him playfully all over his face and their neck. He laughs, saying, Zane, stop, and pouting in the most adorable way that he does. Tonight I'll call you. Well, looks like you lads are getting along again, Louis says with a smile. What about Liam? Where'd he go? He's still my lad, I ask. He went he went into his room. He'll be fine. Alice went in there with him, Louis says and winks. Come on, Louis. They're just talking, Niall says. You guys go listen the door if you won't hear Island talking, Harry says as he walks in the room. You guys need to learn how to mind your own business, Niall says. Oh, you have room to talk. Every time Harry and I try to snog, you'll... Louis says. Ew. Niall skips around plugging his ears. La 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 la. I'm Ireland. Someone's out of tune with their laws, Louis says. Niall unplugs his ears. What was that, mate? You want to repeat that for me? I say. He didn't say anything. You must be hearing things, Louis says. They might go with our lads in separate corners, Harry says, laughing. Think you're right, mate, I say, grinning at him. Now I was looking over there, pizza's over there, I shout. Where? He turned his head, and I tackle him to the floor playfully. I tickle him till he laughs so hard that tears start coming out. He's just so adorable when he laughs. I'd do anything just to see that smile. The band needs a little more fun. We all need a lads out night of the flat. Hey guys, what about we go to the bar tomorrow night? I suggest. Yeah, mate, it's about time we do something fun. Give me love like that. Chapter 23. Niall's POV. Her name's Noelle. I had a dream about her. She rings my bell. But I'm underage, and so are some of you guys. We can't go to the bar, Alice says. Ah, no worries, Alice. We know a guy, Zane assures her. We all know the plan, right? Liam says. Get Liam, you bloke. No one could know a little thing except we're straight. Straightly, tickly, turtly. We ain't no goggly faggotly, Harry says. So, we have to dance with at least one girl, Zane says. And that's the only place we can show affection is in private, I say. Good. Then we're all set to go, Liam says, smiling. I'm starving, I whine. I haven't eaten a decent meal in at least 2 hours. Well, we just ate steak. Your stomach must be a black hole, Louis says. Louis, I've had enough of your sass for one day, I said, grinning. I have barely even spoken to you today, Louis says defensively. Exactly. Thanks for proving my point, I say. Louis starts chasing me, and I run around screaming. Help me, Louis gone mad. Do you see the children, little children we have to deal with, only little blokes? Harry says, smirking. The sad part is Louis is older than all of us, if this is still happening, Zane says gleefully. Louis and I stop, both of us breathing heavily. I am not a child. Louis catches his breath. I am 22 English years old. I am actually old enough to drink the whiskers in the country of America. So ha to all of you lads. I fake a cough. Immature. Guys, we're never going to leave at this rate, Alice says. Oh, how she rocks. Right, come on lads, let's get going, Liam says. We walk into the bar and it's packed. No one really seems to notice us, either too drunk or too old. Zane and Louis are technically the only ones old enough to be here, but we know the people that own the place. We go up to the bartender and order our drinks. Liam orders a drink for Alice since she's not able to be in the bar. Two skinny boys, who look way too young to be here, walk into the bar. I can see Zane checking out the boy with the red hair. Zane. I hit him in the arm. Just because I'm not allowed to show it doesn't mean I'm not your boyfriend. I don't know what you're talking about, Zane says, already on his third drink. Maybe you should slow down on the drink, Zane, I say. When did you become my wife, bloke? Zane says. Fine, Zane. Drink how many you want. I don't care, I say angrily. Everyone knows how Zane gets when he drinks, and it's not pretty. The redhead and his friend walk up to us. Hey, what's up? The redhead said. Hello, well what? Harry starts. Save it. I know who you are. I'm Sean. This is Jacob. Sean says. My girlfriend loves you guys. Jacob says. Oh, what about you? Do you listen to our music? Louis asks. No, Jacob says. Zane, who is on his fourth drink, laughs for no reason loudly. What's up with your hair, mate? Zane said, pointing at the wave-like part of Sean's hair. Oh, you like it? It's called a quiff, Shane says. Zane almost falls out of his chair laughing. Oh, turn up, Sean yells. I see his friend Jacob roll his eyes, which is exactly how I'm feeling. How does this lad think he is? He's flirting with my boyfriend. Now, come on, let's get the two chatting the loo, Harry says. Louis, please, lad, order these two lads drink on us. I follow Harry into the bathroom, annoyed. What is it, Harry? I ask. You're acting like a jealous squirrel, Twitty. That boy's just a fan. The lad doesn't even know that Zane likes boys, Harry says. Both to Harry, is your gaydar switched off? The boy is flaming. He doesn't have a straight bone in his body, and I don't know why he looks at my boyfriend like that. I say. Just calm down, bloke. We will get an eye on Zane. He is an attractive lad after all. We will kiss anyone when he's drunk. Let's just keep getting an eye on him. Right, lad? He doesn't. We walk back to the bar counter, and Zane and Sean are gone. Liam, where did Zane go? I asked frantically. Oh, he said about something going to Sean and Jacob's car to get something. We don't have a car. We took a taxi, Jacob says with confusion in his face. I knew there was something sketchy about Sean. I ran outside to look for him with all the guys, Alice and Jacob following close behind. I found Zane snogging Sean behind someone's car. I grabbed Zane by the back of his shirt and pulled him up. Oh, hi, honey, Zane said with slurred speech. Sean, you just snogged my boyfriend. What the hell is wrong with you? I yelled. What's a snog? Shane asked. It's kissing, you idiot, I say, my Irish accent thickening. I think it's time for you to calm down, bloke, Harry says. No, babe, just be a lady, don't talk so nasty, Zane slurs. He leans over like he's going to throw up. Louis, can you take him to the loo to puke? I ask. It's always me on puke duty. We grab Zane and takes him to the back of the bar. Well, I'm gonna signal a taxi, Jacob said, and walked down the road. He doesn't even know how to get a signal taxi, does he? Harry says. Probably not. We're from up north, Sean says. I think it's time for you to leave. I think you and your mate down there just got hit by a car, Al says. Nah, he'll be fine, Sean says. Now, which one of you wants to make out next? Or should I just wait till Zane comes back? I'll snog. I'm available, Liam says. Yeah, about that. Boop, boop. I just remembered my girlfriend will kill me if she bleeds out, so I should probably go call 911. He runs down the hill. Tell Zane to call me. Not even if you were the last man on earth, Now yells down. Nobody ever wants to snog me, Liam says. We all clear our throats awkwardly. We should go check on Zane, Mal says. Then we all walk back into the bar. Chapter 24. Liam's POV. We are all packed in the loo together, while Zane continues to puke his brains out. Okay, guys, I'm good now, Zane says, standing up. Okay, let's get a cab and get to the back of the flat, Harry says. I'm going to go try to call someone that's not ever happened. I'm really sorry now, Zane says desperately. I know, Zane, Mal says. We walk up to the loo. That's when I see the most beautiful boy I've ever seen. Cute face, dark hair, pretty waist, thin eyes, and beautiful blue irises. I stare directly at the lad, and it's obvious he knows we are, because he almost tripped over his own foot. Hello, love, I say. Liam Payne, nice to meet you. He holds out his hand, and I shake it. I'm Jacob. I'm the biggest fan of yours. How old are you? I ask. I'm 18, he whispers. Ah, fake ID then, I say. He nods and I turn around to see the guys talking amongst themselves. You should really go back to the flat with us, I offer nervously. Really? He says excitedly. Yeah, of course, I say and turn around to the guys. You guys cool if Jacob comes back to the flat with us? Yeah, sure, mate. We should call the limo driver then. We won't all fit into the cab, Zane says. I'll call the bloke limo driver, Harry says. We arrive back at the flat and everyone goes to their rooms except Jacob and I. Do you want to sleep here? I ask. Sure, I'd love to, he says. Where will I sleep? Well, you can sleep with me, I say. Figure that's a long shot, and he looks at me with the wide eyes. Come on, love, I don't bite, I promise. We could watch a film together, Liam says. Okay, he says. We both lay in my bed and watch a film called The Spectacular Now. Seems good, but I'm paying more attention to the beautiful guy next to me. He catches me staring at him and blushes wildly. I stare into the lad's twinkling eyes and lean in slowly to peck his precious lips. We go on like that and gets into snogging session. When he says he's tired, we stop kissing. I don't have my bags. They're at my hotel down the road, so I have nothing comfy to wear, he says. Just wear one of my shirts, no big deal, I say. He goes to my shirt drawer and finds one he likes. You're beautiful, I tell him. Thanks, Liam, he says, his eyes flutter shut. I hear his breathless, steady, and I know he's asleep. I have a beautiful boy in my bed. Although I did lead Alice on and I feel bad, I check my phone for texts and see one from Alice. The text says, a photographer saw my picture online and he wants me to start working for him right away in Florida. I leave tomorrow morning for my plane ride with the ticket he provided me. Alice is leaving in the morning. Chapter 25. Alice's POV. I'm leaving today, and I will admit I'm scared. However, One Direction is going back on tour soon. I'll go see the Where We Are tour because I adore them. The date I'll go, I'll let them know so I can see them. But it's time for me to move on. I need to start my new life of photography. For once in my life, I'll be completely free and alone. I've gotten plenty of great photos of One Direction while I've been here, and I will hopefully publish them. My flight leaves around 5 p.m., but I like to get there early. I pack all my things and walk out my room for the last time. It's a girly room, not sure what they will do with it. I walk out and all the guys rush to hug me. I sent them all the same text last night saying that I was leaving. Louie and Niall are both crying. I think that I see a single tear fall down Liam's face. Jacob and I don't really know each other, but he seems like a sweet guy, and I'm glad he's with Liam. Do you really have to leave, Alice? Harry says, frowning. Yeah, I'm leaving so I can have a real life. Sure, I have everything I could ever want here, but I want to make my own mark on the world, I say. They all nod in agreement because they all had to make the choice to leave their home. This place has become my home, and I'm sad to leave it. Well, love, time to leave for the airport. We can take the limo, Liam says. The guys carry my bag and put them into the trunk. We get into the limo to drive to the airport, which isn't far. The limo slows to a stop as we reach the entrance of the airport, which is right across the street. I gave hugs all around, and gave Jacob an awkward handshake, and a nice to meet you. I walk out slowly across the street and turn around in the road to wave one last goodbye. They all have wide eyes and are motioning their hands, but I can't hear them over traffic. I go to turn back around, and when I see a truck coming right at me, I scream and feel myself be pushed out of the way. And then I am screaming at the sight of Harry lying in the road lifeless. I hear screaming, and I wonder who it is, when I realize it's me. Louie is on the side of the road crying over Harry, and I sink to the ground still screaming. Liam is calling 911, and the other boys are crying now. Jacob looks in shock. That's when I realize this is my fault. I must leave before I hurt them. So I run. Epilogue. 3 years later. Little bitch, get your lazy ass down here before I beat it. Alice rubs her eyes and goes downstairs from their loft. Shut the fuck up, Jacob. She yawns sheepishly. Made you pancakes, Jacob says and smiles at her. Where's Liam? She asks, still sleepy from her late night at work the night before. He went to get some groceries. Do you need anything? No, I'm good. Thanks, though. She nods. After the accident, Jacob and Liam had gotten really close and eventually married when it became legal in America. Alice took her passion to photography and film to good use and put together a film documenting her time spent with One Direction. Unfortunately, due to the film's success, it backfired and ruined her relationship with most of the boys. Harry had been in a coma for 3 years since the incident with no signs of ever waking up. Louis pays to keep him on life support because he can't let go of the long life they were supposed to have. A year after the incident, Zane left One Direction because he couldn't handle it anymore. It wasn't the same without Harry. This caused Zane and Niall to eventually break up, despite all they'd been through. Louis, Niall, Zane, and Liam continue to make solo music because they still have a passion for music, but they can't let go of it. Niall stays different from everyone except the occasional phone call to Louis. Zane talks to Liam every once in a while, but he refuses to get close to him because he's still angry at Alice for making the documentary. Louis had become the most distant of all and tries to move on from Harry. He has a child now and focuses all his energy on him to try and forget the tragedy of what happened that day 3 years ago. Many fans still cling to the idea of Harry coming back one day and waking up, but the doctors say there's no chance. One day, Alice, Liam, and Jacob get a phone call from the hospital that Harry's staying at. They all pack a bag and head to the hospital, going straight to Harry's room where Louis, Niall, and Zane all stand up along with Harry's family. "What's this about?" Liam asks when they walk in. "It's time to say goodbye," Louis says, looking at them. "I know I've tortured everyone for so long, keeping him on life support, but he deserves a proper goodbye and a proper funeral. I want you all here before they take him off life support so you can get the chance to say goodbye." Louis steps away as he's already said his goodbye. Niall, Liam, and Zane all say their goodbyes, and then Alice steps up to say goodbye. Zane scoffs and rolls his eyes. "You're the reason he's here in the first place if you hadn't." Louis cuts him off. "Zane, it's okay. She didn't ask for Harry to jump in front of that car. Harry did it because he's always been the person to put himself before others. And he wouldn't have been able to live with himself had Alice been in a position. So please let her say goodbye. She deserves a goodbye just as much as the rest of us." Alice walks over to Harry with tear-filled eyes. I'm not sure what to say, but I'm really grateful for what you did to me. I'll never understand why you did it, but I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to doing something that matters, to help other people, because I know that's what you would have done for me. Thank you for all your kindness. Goodbye," she whispers. She takes a step back, and they all watch as the doctor comes. Harry's parents nod at the doctor, and then the doctor turns off the life support machine. They all wait for a few minutes, watching the heart rate machine slow down. After a few minutes, it's almost slowed down completely. Alice closes her eyes, trying to imagine what Harry's life would have been if he hadn't saved hers. Her thoughts are interrupted by the sound of the machine finally flattening. And then, nothing. The end.